Liverpool versus.
Everybody.
So we're here to just kind of have like a end of the season wrap, kind of speak about some things throughout the season, and just how we feel collectively now that we're at the end of the season, everything we've been through and things of that nature. So I pass it on to my man first.
Um, I'm just really glad we're in the Champions League. We're gonna play Brooklyn and all those teams in Europe.
Oh, Barcelona.
Barcelona.
It's okay. It's a B word. Yeah. My man's just getting used to kind of what Champions League means. But yeah, overall, I've said it all season. I feel like we've punched way above our weight, meaning, I just think we've overachieved. And it's not about celebrating necessarily getting top four, because in my opinion, I think Liverpool should be fighting for titles every season. But you got to believe getting top four and getting Champions League was on the list of objectives to get to this season, and we got it. Whether you want to say we barely got it or not, any season we can finish above Arsenal and Man United, I'll take it. And honestly, throughout the season, I thought we were the best team in the league a lot of times, a lot of moments. So we've gone through so many things with injuries and lack of depth and guys playing out of position. A goalkeeper is supposedly not good at all. A striker who can't seem to stay healthy for long enough. I mean, we've had a lot of issues, and it's all come down to Klopp and the camaraderie and the confidence he's instilled in the guys. So I'm really proud, and it seems like it's been forever since we've been in Champions League, when it's only been a few seasons now. But it feels good, and I think that should be celebrated. That we are back in the Champions League, no matter what place we ended up in. So Liverpool, in typical fashion, they bring us up and they bring us down, and through it all, we've stuck together and just kept fighting, and that makes me proud. I mean, it's I'm looking forward to the new signings we make. By the way, we're not going to be talking about any rumors. You can go to Redman TV for that if you like. We don't talk about rumors here. We talk about things when they finally happen. For us, there's no point.
What are rumors?
Like transfer rumors, when things come up about like who we might buy from other teams, players we might sell, stuff like that. There's a lot of rumors that go around, and other networks they broadcast this, or not broadcast it, but they talk about these things as if it's for real. So there's not gonna be any fake news on here or anything like that. Most of the stuff that you need to find out, you can do it by Googling. If we actually get when we actually get players, we'll talk about it here. But until then, we won't be talking about it. But my point was, I'm excited about that because that we'll bring in some good players. And another note on that is, I trust Klopp, and whoever he brings in, I'll be happy with. So, it's not about us talking about how much players cost and whatever like that. Klopp knows what he's doing, I believe. I think he showed that over the summer, and with bringing in Sadio Mane, Gini Wijnaldum, and you see what they did for our team. So I trust what he's doing, and whoever he brings in, I'll be excited about. That's just how I feel. But it's kind of sad to see some guys go, because I feel like every player who played this season for Liverpool, everybody, from the player who played the most minutes to the player who played the least, everybody played a role. Everybody had a role in us getting to where we got, and so it's hard to realize that some guys will be leaving. But like I said, we'll get to that another time. I want to let you say some things if you want to say, just how you felt about the season. What are some memories you had? What did you really like? Who are your standout players? Things like that.
My standout players was Mane.
For sure.
You know how Coutinho signed this world contract? I'm not saying that he's like a bad player, but nobody's been better than Mane. And also, Mane's like the best player so far for this season, but we shouldn't be able to need him. Like when he came back from Senegal, he needed a break.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't have to use him, but still he's a really good player.
Well, we want to be able to use him, but I think what you're getting at is that we shouldn't have to depend on him only, and that's true, and that's the whole reason why this summer can be really exciting, because you bring in new players, and we know Sadio Mane is going to be in Africa at some point every season when he plays with his team. So we need to have guys that we can turn to when that happens, and not a team full of people who we're like, I don't know if he could do it, I don't know if they can do it, or not have anybody at all. You got to kind of makeshift players into certain positions, like maybe Origi, where that's not really his most comfortable position. But yeah, that's what's so exciting about the summer coming up, and I believe, if I know Klopp, he'll be getting new signings in really, really early. I wouldn't be surprised if during the Australia trip or shortly after, the team's going to Australia to play the team in Australia. But I won't be sure if during that trip or shortly after we find out that it's signed and sealed that we've gotten at least a new player. But yeah, that's exciting. But yeah, just overall, we just I agree with what you said about Sadio Mane. Clearly, he's been the best player. I'm sure some people will say Coutinho or whatever, but I think Mane for sure was our best player and probably the biggest surprise of most supporters who doubted his skills coming to the team. But I'm just excited to see him back healthy again. And listen, think about this for a second. How we did this season. Some people might call it not well. Maybe we're average. However you look at it. Think of what we did this season, and think about next season with more or less the same squad. Some guys missing, but think about the new players we bring in, the added depth, in Klopp's system, because he's going to get guys who only can fit his system, who want to play for Liverpool. I mean, it's exciting to see. If we did, in my opinion, as well as we did this season, with everything that we had to go against. I mean, you can only imagine how well we'll do. So I feel like this season, the window was open. We had no European football. A lot of things went against us, but nothing that didn't go against other teams, injuries. Now, we had some guys fall out at really, really, bad times, but it happens. It's football. To me, the window isn't closed. The breeze still feels nice coming in. So the window is there. I don't want to make it seem like this is our only chance. It's still there, and I feel like it's something we definitely will accomplish with Klopp there. I wholeheartly believe that. I'm not just saying it because I like Klopp or what. I really believe that Klopp will bring at least one, if not more, Premier League titles to Liverpool. I really believe that. He's on his way. It's going to take some time, but yeah, just overall for me, if I had to pick a 5 best players this season, or guys that I really, really thought either improved or just really showed me something, in no particular order, I'm going to go with the goalkeeper. And some people might be shocked by that, but he saved us a lot of this season. Yes. He really did. And I don't know if it's just Klopp or him feeling the pressure of a new keeper coming in, but I think Mignolet had a great, great season. If I had to give him a 1 through 10 grade, I couldn't give him anything less than 7.5. I mean, I really think he stood tall. Now, did he have some moments? Yes, all goalkeepers do. But I think he's definitely improved and should be going into the new season, as our number 1 keeper. Obviously, Sadio Mane came in and set the world on fire. I mean, from the first game, I mean, he was great. That's number 2. Then it gets hard because there's a lot of guys in there. But I'm going to go with Joel Matip. I think Matip coming over from Germany, I didn't know a whole lot about him. Again, trusting Klopp. I'm sure he did coaching in Germany and playing, but, years ago. But coaching in Germany, I know he knew him. I knew he was a big guy. Didn't really know what to expect, but very calm on the ball. Very good leader back there, you can see. So really, really excited about him being one of our center backs. The only thing I say is I hope the injuries he had this season isn't something that we have to worry about too much, because it was almost like he was in and out every other week, it felt like. So try to keep him healthy, and I think he's got a really, really bright future with Liverpool. Number 4, I'm going to go with another one who people might not agree with, but Bobby Firmino. I think he's improved very rapidly. Yeah, Firmino's been really good, and I know he's not scoring 20, 30 goals, whatever this season, but he's got double figures in goals and assists. No one else on our team has that. He works hard. That's why he was starting so many games. Yeah, Sturridge was hurt, but we had Origi. Danny Ings was hurt, I get it. But he gets the nod over those guys, whether they're healthy or not, because he works so hard on both ends. Tackling, being physical, just works, endlessly. And a lot of that took a toll at the end of the season with those last few games that he, I'm glad he played in our final game. But, he had so many miles on him. He just plays so much football. So Firmino to me is a really great player. And it's going to be crazy in the summer because clearly we're bringing guys in and that's good to build depth. That's not a bad problem to have, but the competition is going to be out of this world. I mean, if we keep Sturridge, keep Danny Ings, bring in a striker or two. Sturridge, yeah, of course, this says Sturridge. But Firmino, for me, is one of those guys that, he's in the team sheet every game. He's got to be. He just works so hard. Last but not least, it's tough for me because everybody knows or should know, my favorite player is who?
Emery. Yeah, Emery did really good.
So I'm torn between him and Genie. So
I can make it 2-6.
I'm gonna. I know, but I'm trying to keep it to 5. I'm gonna say Genie. That's a tough one because I love Emery. I thought Emery had a good season. Forget it. I'm going with Emery. And the reason why I say forget it going with Emery is because a lot of people gave him so much stick early this season because he wasn't playing at high levels. And not only did he prove people wrong, but people forget. Sometimes I forget how young he is because he plays so mature, at least in my opinion. But he was carrying an injury from.
Wait, how old is he?
23. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
Sturridge.
Yeah. He's definitely younger than Sturridge. 23, 20. I can't remember. But he plays, kind of older than his actual age is, and he was carrying a knock, didn't whine about it, didn't cry about it, just kept playing. Now, some people might say, well, if you're hurt, you shouldn't be playing. It's hard to tell a football player who the game means so much to not to play if you're hurt. You know what I mean? And as a fan, you would think that's something that people would respect. As a manager, I'm sure Klopp does. But I don't know if he ever really got fully fit this season. My opinion, if you play with an injury, there's no real way you can. I guess you can play through it, but depending on how serious that injury was, it's hard to do that. So anyway, I just feel like he's had a gladiator season, man. Like with all the hate and not getting a new contract. When really all he was saying was that he wanted to make sure he was a major part in the starting 11 because you never knew if Henderson was healthy or Chan who was going to start. And so for me, I think not only I think Emery Chan was our top 5 performer this year. But I think he should soon be in the running to become captain. I think he's a great leader. But yeah, I've talked a lot, man. I don't know if there's any more you want to throw in there.
Okay, so who would you want to get next year? I want to get Zaha.
You like Zaha? What for Zaha? Yeah. Again, I wouldn't be mad with Zaha. I like Zaha. I like that you like him. That's an interesting shout. He's very exciting, I think. We could possibly get him. We don't really hear about him in the rumors, but that doesn't mean anything. But yeah, that's a good shout. I wouldn't be mad with getting Zaha. But like I said, I trust Klopp getting whoever. Honestly, I don't. I'm not gonna say I don't care, but at the end of the day, I feel like Klopp knows what he's doing. Sure, there's a bunch of players that I would like to have across Europe, which I don't know if we have enough time to go into all of that, but I'd be excited about whoever we got because, like I said, I trust the way Klopp can lead the team. I will say of the rumors, there's a young guy playing in Germany with Red Bull. His name is Naby Keita, and that's one player of the rumors that I'd like to see happen for sure. Although again, not a bad problem to have, but that really, really crowds our midfield, and it'd be interesting to see who comes out there starting. If he comes into our team. So. Again, a lot of things are going to happen between now and the beginning of next season, of course, and it's really exciting. It's just nice to know that we're in the top 4 and we got Champions League qualifying or not. I trust our team against anybody in the world, and that's just me. I call it overconfidence, call it deluded, as you guys like to say in the English part of the world. But I just feel like we can go toe to toe with any team. I just feel that way. The confidence in the team. Things of that nature. Speak about Milner real quick. I think he done a good job for us this season, filling in at left back. Gave us 7 goals from the spot. And as I feel like the team did, I think he definitely overachieved in a position that he was not at all familiar with.
Wait, what position?
So James Milner is naturally a midfielder, but he played defensive left back for us this season.
Oh, I thought he was usually different defense.
Well, you would think that because he played pretty well. So. But obviously we needed a new left back, and so that's something that I feel like we should definitely address as well.
My top 5.
Oh yeah, what's your top 5?
My top 5 are definitely Mane and the goalie, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
For me, no. Mm-hmm. Emery, because he's usually in midfield and he scored that goal. That wasn't the first time, and he like you said, he's just like a warrior.
Yeah.
And he's one of the reasons why we're in the Champions League.
Yeah. Everybody played their role. Go ahead.
Sturridge, because he got in there and he knew what he was doing. He scored us that goal.
Yeah.
He had a chance, like I said.
You're talking about he scored the goal in the West Ham game?
Mm-hmm. And he had a chance with
the last game we played?
No. With when Emery scored a goal.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And as soon as he went, and as soon he's the reason why Firmino and Coutinho. I mean Firmino, or was it Coutinho that scored the goal?
In the last game.
The last game, when they weren't, those three weren't starting. Firmino and Coutinho came on, and then Sturridge came on, and then either Firmino or Coutinho scored that goal.
Oh, I can't remember.
Because, and anyway, and then my fourth is.
Wait, you said the
I mean my fifth.
Wait, you said the goalkeeper, Sadio Mane, Sturridge, Firmino. And Buchanan, right?
Oh yeah, I did say 5.
That's cool. Yeah. So, yeah. Again, it's beyond exciting, and I'm just really proud. You know that first half at Middlesbrough was definitely a little nervy, but that's kind of how Liverpool do. And then Genie out of nowhere with the blast, and that just kind of got things going. It almost reminded me a bit of the West Ham match. So, yeah, still buzzing, still drunk with joy, and just excited. I can't wait till the season starts. I wish the season was still going, but obviously the guys need some rest. A lot of guys won't be getting much rest because they're still playing football, you know, almost all year round. It seems like, maybe with a month or so off. So. Just excited to get back to preseason. Excited to get back to the season, the actual regular season, and Champions League football. You know, it brings me a lot of joy. I know it does you too, the family in general. So, you'll be seeing us if there's something worth seeing us for. And you know, we've enjoyed doing this, and appreciate the people who appreciate what we do. People who don't as well. It's all the same. But very nice comments from a lot of you. I should have probably wrote some names down, but I think you guys know who you are. Some really special friends of ours on the channel who leave really nice remarks about us, about my man here. Just a lot, really encouraging. You know, like I said, we do this for fun, and it compels us to do it more. Reading so many nice, warm remarks from some of you guys. So I appreciate that.
Oh, and this isn't the first time I've said this, but you guys who are hating on Emery, hating on Sturridge, hating on all those people, why are you doing that if you're a Liverpool fan?
Yeah, I mean, I think in the modern day football fan, you know, first of all, everybody has their right to support how they want, and we don't have to agree with it, and a lot of it we don't.
But that, I don't really think that's really supporting.
Well, it's not, and that's our opinion, and they have theirs. Look, at the end of the day, you know, if we know that we support the team in the way that we do it, and we feel like that's the right way, you know, whatever that means, then that's all that matters, you know, because we have no control over people who have those feelings towards players, because they're going to do it. You know, people are going to have negative views on the team. You know, we've talked about it enough. We get it, but you know, people are going to have that anyway, no matter what we think or anybody else.
But
thinks,
this is the last time I'm suggesting that.
No, that's okay. It's okay, because I've said I'm not going to talk about it again, and I end up talking about it. So. Because it is something that frustrates you, especially when these same people are trying to tell you because you're an American fan that you're not valid. So you know that infuriates me just a bit. But you're right. I mean, bringing it up, the more we bring it up, the more we realize that it's not helping anything. So most of these people are adults, I would like to think, and so they make their own decisions. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up here, guys. Again, like we said, we really enjoyed it. And we will see you all when we see you, whenever that may be. Might be next week, might be next month. Hopefully sooner than later, though. Hopefully we'll have some signings in pretty soon. We can come on and rap about that and get you guys' opinion. So thanks again. We really appreciate it.
Hopefully no one goes. But if I had to choose, it would be a hard decision.
Mm-hmm. If you had to choose people that left the team?
Just like one person. I'm not sure.
That's a good question. So that's a good topic. If there was one person that you would choose to leave, who would it be? If you had to pick one, and then I'll pick my one.
I would. I'm not hating on him. Moreno, maybe.
Yeah. Well,
because I I like him, but he doesn't really play that much.
Yeah.
Sturridge doesn't play that much either. Because sometimes Moreno can just make silly decisions. But I'm not hating on him.
Yeah, no, I think
but when he had that ball, I don't blame him for shooting it because it was wide open.
Right.
It wasn't. If I was that, I would be like, what are the chances that I missed it?
Yeah. No, I mean that's one of. I mean that's not even the most glaring, issue of Alberto Moreno. And I don't think anybody's going to look at it as you hating. I think a significant amount of fans probably feel the same. When he first came from Sevilla, I think there was a lot of promise, and people thought he was going to be really good. His pace, he's an attacking left back. Had some potential in him, but it just never really showed. I think he's definitely more than got his chances to do that, but we never really saw what that potential could lead to. So that's a good shout. It's actually my choice too. I was going to say Alberto Moreno. With maybe Lucas Leiva being a close second. But yeah, Alberto Moreno probably should leave. You think about players and you feel like, how can they stick around? How can we keep a spot for him? But, if you're going to have depth in the team and you're going to have a player be injured, you want to believe that the player coming to replace him is going to be at least on that level or close to it, or better. That's rarely the case.
But
you got a really good team if you can bring in a guy off the bench who's better than who you're taking off, or a guy who gets hurt and you can bring in his replacement and he's better than him. But go ahead.
Again, I'm not hating on Moreno, but
right.
I just don't want Moreno to go, but he's my choice.
Yeah, if you had to pick one, I mean that's a tough choice, but yeah, I definitely.
And he doesn't, like I said, he doesn't really play as much, and neither does Sturridge, but I've only seen him play 3 games, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember how many times he played, but I do know that most of the times he's played, he hasn't had a really good game. But
I think Moreno he's on an okay level. If we keep him, I really want him to improve. Maybe he becomes a striker or something. I just want him to improve.
Yeah, he probably won't become a striker though. That's not.
What is he usually?
A defender. He plays where Milner plays, but he wasn't doing well, so they put Milner in. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, guys, and we shall see you soon.
This was probably our longest video.
Yeah, probably Well, till next time, guys.